Companies are paying big for their ads during the Super Bowl on Sunday. The price for a 30-second spot this year is estimated to cost up to $8 million. But my next guest says the coveted slots are still underpriced. Joining me now is Gary Vaynerchuk. He's the CEO of Vaynermedia, which has produced 14 Super Bowl commercials in the last 6 years. This year they did 2, one for Duracell, one for Tubi. Gary, it's great to have you on. It's interesting. I was going to start this conversation by asking you if at $8 million this was overpriced or worth the money, but you're saying underpriced?
Underpriced. Morgan, thank you for having me. Look, we pride ourselves in being digital leaders. We're really spending most of our money in social because they're biddable markets and they're actually underpriced. But on Vaynermedia's best day, I can't and we can't get 130 million Americans to watch 30 seconds of a video for $8 million. The Super Bowl is still the most underpriced ad. But if the ad itself isn't good, if the creative isn't good, then it becomes the most overpriced. So the media's underpriced, but the creative has to hit to justify the spend.
We keep talking about the fact that live sports is really what's holding the cable bundle together, and yet we know there's cord cutting, we know there's cord nevers. How long does this dynamic last? And I guess if that is the landscape and it's changing for advertisers, what does that mean in terms of how you gauge success for something like a Super Bowl ad?
There's a lot there. I mean, look, Super Bowl, regardless where it is, wherever the commercials are, that's going to play. And whether that goes off of network and goes to streaming or somewhere else, nobody's going to give up those economics. As far for brands, I mean, look, brands, I believe, are overspending money on traditional channels, including traditional digital. Social media is eating up the attention of the entire world, and the more that brands spend in there smartly, the more they'll benefit. But Fortune 500s, a lot that sell on the NASDAQ and others, are still over-wasting money and not under-investing in social. The question becomes, when do they figure that out?
So the AI piece of this is really fascinating to me because you have reports that OpenAI is going to have a commercial this weekend. We've seen the reports about Alphabet's Gemini commercial having to be fixed in part because apparently some of the data that was scraped for the commercial was actually incorrect. Is this the zeitgeist moment for AI to go mainstream as you see these companies start to actually directly market to consumers?
You know this because this is a business program. In the early 2000s, we had the Internet Super Bowl. Just a couple years ago, we had the crypto Super Bowl. This will be the AI Super Bowl. Unlike those other things, though, I think everyone is very aware of this AI thing. It's scaring a lot of people, unfortunately, because people are scared of innovation. But yes, I believe this will be an AI Super Bowl.